Hey everybody, how you doing? It's me again, and today is Monday, June the 8th, 2020. It's been a really intense week, you know, and a lot going on in the world, all across the country, all across the world, and a lot going on social media as well. So there were two events that really caught my attention on YouTube, and that was a couple of Latino vloggers who put out videos that were really inflammatory, particularly focusing on what happened at Fordham Road in the Bronx. And basically, the takeaway from those videos was that there's this deep-seated hatred and animosity between Latinos and Black people. That in the Bronx, up on Fordham Road, the looting that happened, it was these blacks, mostly Black people, who came in and looted, this Latino community, and were targeting on Latino businesses and Asian businesses. And this resonated very deeply with me because that's the community that I grew up in. I grew up in the Bronx on the Grand Concourse. I lived on 172nd Street and the Grand Concourse for most of my life before I moved out, and now I'm here in Jersey City. But it's an area that I know very well. I've known this area all my life. And I know that the narrative that was being pushed in these videos was untrue. And so I decided that what I was going to do was my part to try to put out these fires of animosity and mistrust and misinformation by getting on the train and going up to my old neighborhood to show you guys what it actually, looks like. It's tough for me because I haven't been back to the old neighborhood since my mom passed away. So it's a little bittersweet, reminiscing about the old days, but also remembering my mom. And, it's coming up on a month that my mom has passed away. And so I'm going to be walking the streets that my mom used to walk every day and, bringing up those memories. But I want you guys to see the reality of what that community is like so that you can get the truth. So I spent the whole day Friday going up to the Bronx and, just talking to a few people, a few police officers and some just, regular people from the community. And I'm breaking this up into three parts. So I'm going to be starting first with my old neighborhood, which is 170th Street area. Next, I'm going to be moving up to Burnside, and then I'm going to finish it off with showing you Fordham Road and what it actually looks like now, because they're not going to show you that on the news. So I hope you guys enjoy and appreciate what I'm sharing with you, in that it's received in the spirit that it's intended. And I would hope that you actually do watch all three videos in their entirety so that you come away with a more factual and rounded version of what the reality of life is, in that neighborhood, and what actually transpired on that day when there was, the incident with the protests and the looting. All right, so I'll see you guys in the video. Peace. everybody, how you doing? It's me again, True Teacher, and I'm coming at you with another video. So I'm doing a response video to all of this madness about racial tensions in New York and the Bronx because of all of this looting. I'm just gonna make this video to set the record straight. So I'm on the PATH train now. I'm on my way into the city, which I haven't done since this whole lockdown thing started. So this is going to be my first time going into the city, but I decided to do this morning because there's a lot of misinformation and a lot of rumors out there, and I want to do my part to put that bullshit to rest. Okay, everybody, here I am. I'm at World Trade Center, and I am gonna take, let's see, probably gonna take the number 4 train. Yeah, I'm gonna take the 4 train, and my first stop is probably gonna be 161st Street. I'm gonna go there first, and we're going to take a look and see what's going on over there.
The Bronx Express train. The next stop is 14th Street, Union Square.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
People, I'm here in my old neighborhood. I made a change of plan. Instead of stopping at 161st Street first, I'm here in my old neighborhood. This is 170th Street and Jerome Avenue. Okay, this is 170th Street. This is the main, one of the main commercial areas here, right off the concourse. So we have stores here. As you can see, there hasn't been any looting over here. As you can see, this is a mixed neighborhood. This is a mixed community. This is not an exclusively Latino neighborhood. You're seeing all different types of people here. You see Latinos, mostly Dominican, but you also see a lot of African Americans as well as Africans. And there's even a sprinkling of some Arabs here too. This is my old neighborhood. This is where I grew up. This is where I grew up. This used to be a supermarket over here. It's Walgreens now. These are the streets that my mother walked every single day. All right? So when I'm telling you all certain things about the Bronx, about this area, I'm not talking out the crack of my ass. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is where I grew up. I know this community. As you can see, there's a lot of businesses here. And as you can see, nothing here has been looted. And you're seeing people. You're here live and direct with me, Truth Teacher, and you're seeing this is a mixed neighborhood. Okay? This is a black neighborhood, Latino neighborhood. Everybody's here.
I'm gonna come back.
To be honest with you folks, this is like, emotionally, this is hard for me because I haven't been back here since my mother died. But, ooh, sorry. I decided to come here all the way from where I live now in Jersey City back to my old neighborhood to show you what's going on and to confront these rumors that these are just a bunch of black savages running around looting and destroying. Okay, I'm showing you the truth.
It's actually the white people that's looting and writing on the walls. You check the video. Nobody black.
Yeah. My brother, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you consider this a Latino neighborhood or a black neighborhood or a mixed neighborhood?
It's mostly mixed, but this is like a Latino, but it's Latino on Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
Dominican is more in this area than anything else.
So, as an African American, do you have problems being accepted here?
No, I actually feel comfortable around Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. The only problem that I got right now is that we protesting, and a lot of people is taking advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
You actually got white racist people that's actually joining in with the march,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually paying people to do crimes, and they breaking bricks. If you watch the video, if you see, it's just all white people vandalism and writing on walls.
Okay.
You know.
So I'm making this video. I have a YouTube channel, and I'm making this video to dispel all the rumors because right now there's a lot of people out there trying to fan the flames of hatred between Latinos and black people, and saying that black people hating on Latinos and that the looting that was happening at Fordham was just mostly black people that went up there looting.
It's just that this is the time now, in this day and time, that everything you say you be held for and accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And for so many years, black people have struggled. See, the biggest thing with this thing, why a lot of people don't understand, because, all right, I'm not going to say all black people is good.
Mm-hmm.
We do have our foul people that do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
But the majority of the people are good, and the majority of the protesters are good.
Mm-hmm.
And they just mean good, and they want good to go down. We done
Okay.
tried the Martin Luther King, we done tried the Malcolm X way.
Mm-hmm.
So now, it's just basically an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. It's back to the Malcolm X again.
Okay.
So now everybody want to put hands and feet on anything that don't see. But the whole big purpose of this whole thing is like, it's like for so many years, basically when we came here, we were slaves. They brought us here,
Mm-hmm.
and they still owe us money that they
Yeah.
never gave us.
Mm-hmm.
They gave all other nationality and races like Arabics and Dominicans and Puerto Ricans that came here got money.
Mm-hmm.
But this was our land. We built most of this shit,
Mm-hmm.
everything. But we didn't even get paid for it because we did it in slavery. So
Yeah.
now if they paying the Jews and paying everybody else, why don't you pay the black Americans that was
Mhm.
here first?
Yeah.
It's the same thing like the Indians. They owe them money,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it's not even a racial thing. It's just a principle. You know, I understand a lot of them people was tight because of the fact that there was a black and a white situation to go on, but it's some humanity, man. Just
Mhm.
us as a civilization, man. Nobody should be able to witness something like that. And that was so devastating because the man actually told him and asked him and pleaded with the guy to give him his life.
Yeah.
And if you go to the camps or
Mhm.
to their training,
Yeah.
them cops,
Mhm.
they teach them how to kill people and shorten their breath by putting your knee on them. You see what I'm
Wow.
saying?
Yeah.
The knee is a big thing. The same thing with the guy that been down and been.
Mhm.
Everybody didn't want to agree with what he said. It's not basically people trying to just start rally. It's just that people been treated so unfair. when it comes to blacks, all that I can say about blacks is that blacks have been depressed. The biggest picture is this: is that whites, when they had money, they inherit money. When they die, their mothers and grandmothers leave them money. When we came here, we was depressed. That mean like they hold us. They wouldn't let us. That's slavery.
Yeah.
So they didn't let us get our own land. And then when we got free, they promised it to us, but we never got it.
Yeah.
So that's what all this is about now. And then before all this occurred, you had Martin Luther King and Malcolm X trying to get it right. Now it's just, you got another generation that's coming up now, and they don't want to hear nothing. All they want to do is put hands and feet on, or they'd rather die before they be slaves.
So for people that would want to see, that would want to say that there's hatred between Latinos and blacks in these communities, what would you say?
It's no hatred between the Latinos and the blacks. The only thing with this now is that I don't know how that can. For is that, man, that's just basically territory and miscommunications, because the Latinos probably think that the blacks is going to destroy their places. What the Latinos not understanding, don't worry about none of that, because all them shops is insured. Them people not stupid. They want you to break in them Gucci's and Rolexes and all that stuff. They taking all them shops that's paid for. So to break in it is nothing, and to try to stop a person from breaking it, that's why you see some cops actually don't even stop people from looting, because they know all that is insurance. See what I'm saying? But the Latinos don't know that. They acting like you take it, they don't get it back. That's
well, let me
insured.
put it to you this way. I know I'm from this neighborhood.
Right. I just moved over here.
I moved
like the
away.
neighborhood. I like
I
the
moved
neighborhood.
away in 1992, but I grew up here. I grew up in that building over there.
Right. The corner.
And the thing is, I know what this is about, but I got people online that's putting out videos talking about this community and what's going on, and trying to make it into like there's a race war between blacks and Latinos. So I said, I live in Jersey City now. I said, let me get on the train and I'm going to go over there and show people
in
the
the
truth.
neighborhood, they get along, man. It's blacks in this block, Latinos, everybody get along. It's just that when they start that fighting over that looting stuff over there, it's a lot of people that work on the avenue but live in the community. So when you're not from here and you come here to make a point as a protester, it's like a threat to them, because this is their community. Just like if it was somebody else's community, nobody want nobody to come in their community, tear something up, and then leave.
But can we say something
back
though?
to the white people? Why would you write on the walls? That just
We can
doesn't
say,
make no
but
sense.
can we say this though? There has been no looting on 170th Street.
Oh nah, because everybody know everybody. This community is very tight. Mostly the people that work on 170th actually lives in the neighborhood. So this is well all right, you know, and everybody got a good understanding. It's out here.
So for everybody, you hear it, I'm here, and I'm telling you, this narrative that people are trying to make, this narrative that
just trying to keep alive.
Antonio is trying to make is bullshit. There is no hatred. If this was all a bunch of black savages out here, 170th Street, you seen, I just came up there. There has been no looting.
Over in the street. But see, at the same time, right here on the corner. But the thing with that is that, see, what they got to understand, these people is dealing with their feelings. People seen something, man. Everybody always hear about shit, but you never actually lay your eyes on some shit. As me being a black person, I never had an encounter with a white person that actually called me a nigga or made me feel any kind of way. But I do know that it exists. And then there's some black people that never had that happen to them, that they still in denial. They act like it don't happen. But it does happen, and it's been happening for the longest. But you don't have to fight it with violence. There's other ways of going by doing it, you know? But it's all depending on the people that's actually doing it and out there putting in the footwork, walking around and talking, because it's a lot of black people and black protesters that actually got up and explained to people that it's not blacks, it's not Latinos out here putting bricks on the sidewalk. You know, they setting them up. You even got cops tearing up their own cop cars. You got cops tearing up the, I seen a cop cut open on Fordham Road. He cut the gate open to let the roof, this shit go down.
Wow,
because
for real.
you know they got insurance on that.
You
know?
saw him do that.
I saw that. They got videos of that shit. The cop actually cut the gate for the jury, for them to break into that shit. And they broke in that shit, and then later on the cop shut out like he didn't know what the fuck is going on. And then them cops is tearing up their own property for as they cop cars and all that shit because the state, New York, is getting $1 trillion. So in their budget, they want to make their budget big.
Wow.
So if they ride around in them cop cars and they don't get towed up, they can't renew them. You know, every year.
So you actually saw this with your own two eyes?
My own 2 eyes, man.
Well, brother, listen, man, I gotta go.
I said it's more than one fight out here. So a couple of fights in one. It's like people is protesting, which is the good part. But then there's also looters. There's also people that's just
there's all kinds of fuckery and
benefit.
Yeah.
You know, ain't trying to stop the problem. Don't care. They just seen free option to get some free shit, and it was for a cause. A lot don't even know what the cause is for.
Opportunists.
You know
well, brother, listen. Thank you for giving me your time.
Anytime, man.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks for you coming back to the neighborhood, checking on us.
Exactly.
Man. That's really people do that.
Exactly. Thank you, man.